Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Tyler, the Passionate Gamer, your friendly neighborhood hype merchant. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the HLX Waiting Room. I don't think it's happening today. Ceiling Ash, $4. Thank you so much. No. I've not seen the first one. Soon. So, usually Valve announcements are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mondays aren't entirely out of the question. Yep. No. Oh, Drin Cruz with the 10 tier 1 gift subs. What the hell? How's everybody doing? This song was donated by Tingman Thing like over a week ago. We took a little break from streaming. Drin Cruz, thank you so much. Drin Cuz? I don't know how to say your name, but I appreciate it. Relly Dan with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Scrub Thill and Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have been having a good holiday break if you're American. Or whatever. Yeah, I hope you had a good week if you weren't. Yasho43 with the tier 1 sub. That's 5 months. Hell yeah. Let's have fun this month. Yeah, so in my opinion, Yasho43, I hate how wiggly my desktop monitor is. Oh, this is the TikTok. This is the TikTok. It's this song. Soup. We got $5 from Cat Donkey. Love you, Tyler. Hope your Thanksgiving was wonderful. It was actually one of the best Thanksgivings I've had in a very, very, very long time. It's crazy because I'm finding that as the world starts to crumble around us, people, you start to appreciate the people around you more. And like, does that make sense? Wow. Grill Bajor 1337. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. We're going to hit 1,000 subs. We are 105 subscriptions away from 1,000 subs. I don't think I've ever hit. Well, I think maybe I hit 1,000 subs during Half-Life Alyx. I don't know. Anyways, I had a great Thanksgiving. I hope your Thanksgiving was good. I know we took a break from streaming. We were doing dailies, and then we took about a week off. We did do a secret stream, and that we're going to have a video out about that pretty soon. In Jarre, thank you so much. We got 5 more gifted tier subs from Executioner Snag. That means we're up to 900 subs, 900 sub points. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then we got Drink Water from Ceiling Ash. How are we doing? I want to talk a little bit about... do you think Valve would have designed Black Mesa if they were to hire those developers early on? No. No. Your ad is about to start. No, thank you. So, let's be honest. I want to be honest, knowing full well that I'm going to get quoted. So I want to make sure that we're on the same page. I don't have a date. No one has a date. I don't have a date. No one has a date. However, if it is still meant to be happening in 2025, which we do not have confirmation on, if it is still meant to happen in 2025, which we do not have confirmation on, it would be this week is the most likely week. Now, that's if this year is meant to occur, which we do not have confirmation on. But if it is still to take place in 2025, this week is the most likely week. Okay? But that is speculative. Nothing is confirmed. Okay? Gabe Follower, do you have anything to add? Genuine question. Didn't Gabe Follower say it was in 2025? Yeah, and then Gabe Follower started absolutely memeing. Probably as a form of self-preservation. It's big ol' maybe. I don't think anything is actually going to happen, and I'm going to keep my expectations as low as possible. But if something does happen, that's awesome, and we can get very excited for it. Let's all keep our expectations low. Let's not expect anything, and then let's get really happy. Gabe Follower is not going to tell you what he thinks. What we do know is the game is in development. It's been in development for, we now know, since at least 2020. But we're just going to have to see. Anyways, Gabe Follower is not following? No. I think I might be into goth girls. Okay, man. Okay. All right, man. That's cool. Why is r/Half-Life so toxic? Because it's mostly performative, delusional people that are just doing it for a meme, just to get reactions out of it. So my wife and I have been getting into physical media. If your speculation is false, Redditors will demand your execution. Let me correct that. If my speculation is false, edgy teenagers that are being incredibly performatively mentally ill about the topic of Half-Life will call for my execution. My wife and I have been getting into physical media because fuck streaming services. We're trying to set up our lives so that we don't have to pay a monthly fee for anything. And so we've been going to thrift stores and used media stores, and Tony Zamboni with the Twitch Prime. And we've been just collecting a whole bunch of stuff, and I want to show you some stuff that we got lately. I found this at a thrift store. It doesn't have the slipcover, but it is the new 4K Back to the Future trilogy, and it has all the discs in it. It's the 4K Ultra HD with the Blu-rays. I got this for like $10. I bought this on sale new for like $20. Avatar: Last Airbender Complete Series. I got the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which I'd never seen. This was pretty good. I got There Will Be Blood. I got No Country for Old Men. I got a 4K of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I got a 4K of The Big Lebowski. I got a 4K of Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life. I got a 4K of A Christmas Story. I got a Blu-ray of The Big Short. And I got a Blu-ray of Moneyball. No, 11 gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Real Dannon. And then also Hoobentube with 2 months. Drink 10 million water. I will drink 1 water. Thank you so much, Real Dannon, for the 11 gifted. That's so nice. I hate how some Blu-rays have unskippable ads baked in. Well, the plan is to take my legally acquired media and legally archive it for a Jellyfin server that I'm building. Did you hear that none of the VPNs can be trusted anymore? So, yeah, I'm doing that. I never trusted him. I don't know if I can say that because I'm sure somebody's going to want to sponsor me at some point in the future. This next song was donated by the Dead Meme Lord. Send a fax message. So, the fax machine redemptions are still on. That's for Time Travel Show, and I need to change that. I will answer your question, though. Yoinky Sploinky. Okay, Yoinky Sploinky. Yo, quick question. How many holes does a I'm not going to give you back your channel points. Not going to give you back your channel points. You don't deserve them back. Epstein sent hundreds of emails about you-know-what and was never apprehended about it. I don't worry about a VPN for pirating films. Yeah, the difference is Epstein knew a lot of powerful people and was very rich himself. You're just some guy. You will have consequences. They won't. We will. The consequences apply to us. Okay. Holy shit! How many is that? Real Dannon with the 33 gifted tier 1 subs. That's 44 total. Holy hell. Holy hell. Everybody's subbed now. What the hell? Thank you so much. All right. If you're ripping Blu-rays, you're going to need a ton of storage. How much you got? I have, so the NAS that I have picked out is a 4-slot Synology thing, and I already purchased the 4 16 terabyte NAS drives. They're the Western Digital Caviar Reds, which I don't think they're actually called Caviar Reds, but they're the red ones. So I will have enough storage. Fuck streaming services. I don't want to pay monthly for. I'm building a little cardio gym in my basement so that I don't have to pay Planet Fitness anymore. Right? I'm buying Sony Vegas out. It hasn't been Sony in 20 years. I'm buying Vegas outright so that I don't have to pay monthly for it. Do you eat pickles and onions on the daily? I don't like pickles. I think, yeah, I eat onions pretty much every day. You can store all the Golden Girls seasons on that. I own every Golden Girls season on Blu-ray legally. That was a thrift store find. So that's the fun thing, right? Gaben with the Melon, 1018 with the Twitch Prime, 21 months. Thank you so much. N64DD_ has watched 10 consecutive streams. You have watched every single HLX Waiting Room stream, and I appreciate that. Yo. Yeah, so this stream is going to effectively be a little bit of letting off steam because we didn't get to do it at the end of the month. I was too busy getting the Fortress files out. So we're just going to be doing it. You don't have to send emails or anything. If you really want your question answered as soon as possible, !donate in the chat, and you can send the question through a donation. But I'm just going to be reading the chat and taking questions as much as I can. We've got Christmas lights. It is the month of December. It is the festive holly jolly time. We're just going to be taking questions. We're just going to be talking about stuff. Could you role play your reaction to when it's announced? No. It's going to be, and then, yeah. You said no one has a date, but what about Mike Straw? Mike Straw has been told a date. When I say no one has a date, that means no one has confirmation on the date they've been told is true, right? I could sit here and be like, yeah, it's going to be announced on January 89th. I was told it's going to be between January 89th and March 12th. And then Reddit will be like, January 89th versus March 12th. Holy shit. And then people be like, I literally just dug in my ass and looked at what the numbers, what the poop stains look most like. Just what number does that look like? It's like, it doesn't matter. Nobody has a date. It's like, right? It's like, look, yeah, I talked to Mike Straw. Yeah, Mike Straw told me what date he was told. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you believe it? Yeah, I kind of believe it. Okay, but isn't it like really, really, really intense right now and people might just be making shit up to fuck with you? Yeah, maybe. Okay, then don't say the date. Just keep it to yourself. When the date passes, tell people, well, do you think Gabe Newell knows? Yeah, I do. I think Gabe Newell knows. This next song was donated by Ashley Amber, and it's Franklin and Lamar with a Japanese anime character. I don't know what I'm looking at. Don't tell the date. Don't tell people the date until it has long. What does this have to do with anime? Oh. All right, so have you seen the anime AI dubbing? I did. The Amazon thing, the banana fish thing. Fuck that. Yeah. When people ask for a date, aren't you married? I am married. I've been married for over a year, and I've been with my wife since 2011. Fuck Amazon. I'm on Twitch, right? Does Robin Walker know? I think so. What is the most obscure subreddit you post in? I don't post on Reddit. I was a while ago I deleted I just deleted Reddit off my phone because it's just like, I don't post to Reddit. Like, I do kind of lurk in like r/gaming leaks and rumors, gaming rumors and leaks or whatever, and on r/Half-Life and things like that. Reddit kind of sucks, man. Like, it kind of sucks. Even for like, you know, really obscure niche topics, it's just like like, I think what happened on r/art is an excellent it's an excellent example of why I'm not super into Reddit anymore, you know. Thoughts on the upcoming Deadlock update? Any favorite heroes or features based on the leaks? So the only thing I really know about is that Boho isn't going to be in it. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Well, power to you. Much love to you. I hope you're okay with whatever you're going on with, whatever's going on in your life. And I appreciate the immense amount of support you just gave the channel and everything that I do. And you're a good dude in my book, as far as I know. It could turn out you're terrible, and I will turn on you. But for now. But thank you. OG Breddington. Thank you so much for the sub. And then also, am I caught up? Yeah, Goose. 12243. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Oh, converted from Prime to a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. This week has to be it. If it is in 2025, which we don't know for sure, if 2025 is a confirmed thing, $4 Morning Jazz. I'd rather be a wind turbine. If it is in 2025, which we don't have confirmation on 2025 still being the thing, then this week is the most likely week. But that doesn't. Is that a Mistborn beanie? No, this. Thank you, Miss. Thank you, Audrey. But your name still comes up as Crackhead Jones, so I still, you know, you've been Crackhead Jones on this channel for a very long time. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the most likely days if it does happen. But it's you know it's Half-Life. It could be any day. Who knows? This isn't bad. About your Discord account, still nothing? Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm being ghosted by, it's Audrey. Okay, Audrey. GTA 5. The first time I played GTA 5, Lamar was just the best character in the entire thing. I wonder who the Lamar of GTA 6 is going to be. Vice Games, VEICE game, VEICE Games. Hello, Tyler. How are you? I'm all right. Thank you for asking. Thank you for the work you do. No problem. I always think about how I wish that guy was available so that, like, the original plan of Lamar being the post-game character you could play as actually happened. I would have loved for that to happen. Lamar is my favorite GTA character, period. I fucking love Lamar. Oh, we got Plock from the Dead Meme Lord. Thank you so much. How many countries have you visited? Discord support replied to you on Twitter like an hour ago. Did it really? Wait a minute. Did it really? Like, for real? Okay. Hey, sorry. I'm sorry to hear you've lost access to your account. Can you please tell me what happened? Any relevant screenshots would be super appreciated. All right, I will say, may I continue this conversation in DMs? Because I don't want to publicly talk about what happened, you know. Maybe they already sent a chat request. Of course not. Of course not. What the fuck? What the fuck? I got a DM request. I'm not going to say your name because it's awful. But If I were your mechanic, I'd draw a dick and balls somewhere on your car where you won't find it. You'll be riding around with the dick and balls. Ha, gay much? Dude, you got me. Oh, you got me. Man, you don't even know where I hid the dick and balls on your car. Dude, if I was your mechanic. Guy in YouTube chat made a donation, so I'm typing this out for him. Do you think Half-Life 3 will be optimized for Steam Machine as the baseline for the recommended specs? I think that's a good guess. I think that's a good guess. Man, who doesn't love a little dick every once in a while? You know what I mean? How does 5 years in development compare with other flagship Valve titles? Bigger team? Well, 5-year development is like longer than Half-Life Alyx was in development. How does it compare? It's the longest. It's near. Well, no, that's not true. Half-Life 2 was 6 years. It's the second longest. Well, no, because Team Fortress 2 was 9 years, but it depends on how you count that. I don't know. What are you gonna do? TF2 was 9, but TF2, the version we got, was 2. Cheers from the response. Love the content from UK. Yeah. Love. Thank you so much for being here. ConsoCast, my hype is... Well, there's nothing I can do about that. It's good that your hype is dying down. If I was your barber, I'd cut a dick and balls in the back of your head. Haha, gay much? It's not. It's Jazz Jackrabbit 2. It's been Jazz Jack... Unreal's best... Epic's best game is Jazz Jackrabbit 2. Yo. No, I love Wayne. Go watch it yourself. We're not taking views away from Wayne. But yeah, when that comes out, go watch it. Absolutely. Unreal Tournament 2004. Unreal Gold is Kino. I don't like Kino. I don't like the word Kino. I think it's... There's just certain internet words that I just, like, want to avoid because, like, you know how, like, most of internet culture you can trace back to 4chan? And so it's like, oh, God. What kind of, like, hidden meaning is behind this shit? You know what I mean? All right, this one's from King of Bad Timing. Thoughts on the word niche? Slop is one of them. That's true. Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's the Hollies. All right. Has the timeline changed for any announcement? We have no new information to be able to change the timeline. That doesn't mean it hasn't changed. It just means we're not aware of it. Ugh. Oh, man. All right. Do you think they're working on something totally new? Well, they're working on Deadlock, Dota 2, CS2, Hardware, HLX, and Codename TF. Man, I hate early 60s stereo mixes, man. I have no idea what's happening to CS2. It's weird. Wait, are you telling the truth? Are you for sure? That's very strange. I think the TFX Files is the best name for the series. We're sticking with Fortress Files. I love when people that watch the Fortress Files or any of the episodes, the things that I make, and are like, hold on, where's episode 3? It's like, I'm never like you can go into the comment section of Fortress Files and be like, where did episode 3 go? It's not on the playlist. Where was the 3rd video? Have I played Abiotic Factor? Yeah. Like, I don't understand decisions they're making. No one does. It's almost like people are distracted and working on other stuff right now. Redeemed Show and Tell. Can you bring that on a plane? I need to stop. I need to save America. I need to save everyone. I'll do it myself if I have to. Let me on the plane. I need to get to San Jose. Okay, but is it strange or vintage? It's unique. What's my favorite Emesis Blue scene? I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Ash OG with the $4. I appreciate it. What? Marasmus? Marasmus, do not shrink my rocket launcher. Don't you do it. Ah, damn it, Marasmus, what did you do? You shrunk my rocket launcher. No one's gonna take me seriously with this thing. What the hell? Change it back, Marasmus. What am I supposed to do with this? Marasmus, change it back. Thank you, Marasmus. Thank you. He was in the pool. I was in the pool! This next song was donated by Hella Catfish. So any hypothesis about the release date? December 32nd. December 32nd. December 32nd. December 32nd. Do you like the Yellow Magic Orchestra? December 32nd. And then Reddit will be like, oh, so January 1st. Oh, so January 1st. No. Stop it. Get some help. Maybe. Yeah, me too. Hi, Tyler. How huge do you think the announcement of a new Half-Life game would impact the gaming industry? And based on data mining, do you think it would be considered a revolutionary FPS game? How much will it affect the games industry? Not as much as you'd think. This is not 2004. Valve is popular, but they are not as influential as they used to be. Is it going to be a revolutionary thing? Is it going to do a lot of stuff? Yes. Here's the problem with that, and this is something that people don't seem to understand. We're not in an industry where people are going to look at something like Half-Life 3 and be like, oh my God, we need to emulate that. We need to copy that. Because no, they're all just going to be like, that looks too expensive to make. That looks too expensive to make. Mr. Peanut in Fortnite! That looks too expensive to make. Jolly Green Giant in Fortnite! It doesn't matter how good the game is, right? Times have changed. The games industry is not entirely, like, the biggest companies are about trying to nickel and dime you out of all of your money for the least amount of effort possible. Making Half-Life 3 is not the way to do that. So whatever. Shush. Hey, Tyler, thank you for all... Oh, goodness, this is coming in quick. Thank you for all the reporting on everything Valve. Makes my day every time you upload it. Appreciate it. Just wanted to ask, based on what you know, response HLX, is there any chance of it running on the deck? Unknown. The deck was so long ago, it really is, you know, who knows? From Mads, I guess. Big if HLX gets announced this week, what do you think Valve is planning for the Game Awards? If it gets announced this week, then there's going to be some kind of gameplay at the Game Awards. That's a big old if. It's a big old if. The if is big. Can we see your NECA Valve action figure collection? I miss those figures so much. No. Because I'd have to go walk back there and take these out of my ears. I just have the two. I have Gordon Freeman's right there, and I have Shell right there. If it were this week, stop asking for specific, like, okay, but if it were this week, what day do you think it would be, hypothetically? Okay. What hour? Okay, so if it's hypothetically that day, what hour? Okay. And, like, what minute do you think they usually up? What minute? Okay. And, like, usually what second? What second? Okay. Do we have records of the nanoseconds? It's just like, bruh. Chill. I bought movies, but I want them off my desk. Look at all this heat. Look at all this heat that I got on sale and at thrift stores and shit. Used media stores. Look at all that heat. If it's announced this week, my dad will finally love me again. Oh no. It's Gangster's Paradise and Amish Paradise switching every other beat. As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, I take a look at my wife and realize she's very plain. But that's just fortunate for an Amish like me. You know I shun fancy things like electricity. At 4:30 in the morning, I'm milking cows. Jebediah feeds the chicken and Jacob plows. Fool, and I've been working and clowning so long that even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone. I'm a man of the land, I'm into discipline. Got a Bible in my hand and a beard on my chin. So if you finish your chores and I finish mine, then tonight we're gonna party like it's 1699. How do I know this? I'm autistic. How do I know Weird Al? I'm a 30-year-old autistic man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, right, of course. Fair enough. But last week, I just smiled at him, and I turned the other cheek. I really don't care. In fact, I wish him well, 'cause I'll be laughing my head off when he's burning in hell. Never punched a tourist even if he deserves it. An Amish with a tooge, you know that's unheard of. Wear buttons, but I got a cool hat, and my homies agree I really look good in black, fool. If you come to visit, you'll be bored to tears. We haven't even paid the phone bill in 300 years. Can I recite White and Nerdy? Yes. Technologically impaired. There's no phone, no lights, no motor cars, not a sing. Yes, I can. What's your favorite obscure local radio song parody that people uploaded to Kazaa and misattributed to Weird Al? That's a great question. You see, the problem with that is they're all almost all horrifically racist. Is the camera meant to be shaking? Yes, it is. I need to bolt the camera to the desk and not just have it sit. Can you do Albuquerque? Oh, I don't know about that. I used to be able to do Albuquerque. I could probably some of it. Some of it. I know I can do Trapped in the Drive-Thru. Albuquerque, though, that's been years. My mom bought me a DVD of all of Weird Al's music videos, and then regretted buying me a DVD of all of Weird Al's music videos when I was like 9 or 10 or something. My favorite Weird Al song of all time is Dare to Be Stupid. That's just because I love Devo. But no, yeah, Weird Al was the shit, man. I think my favorite fake Weird Al song, Kazaa. I wasn't a Kazaa kid. I was a LimeWire kid. I was on LimeWire. Never heard Dare to Be Stupid. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? No, Dare to Be Stupid's the best. It's such a good pastiche of Devo that Mark Mothersbaugh said that he hates him. That he hates Weird Al. God. So I think I was a LimeWire kid. right? I had like this Acer laptop in 2007 when we first got Wi-Fi. And this girl I had a crush on told me about LimeWire. Like, that's how you get music for free. So I downloaded LimeWire, and I got so many goddamn viruses. I got so many viruses. But, like, you'd look up Beastchurger. Me growing up on Bob and Tom radio in Indiana and looking it up 15 years later, oh, it's just racism and transphobia. I think Because I Got High is my favorite one. That one, I know that one's not so, like, as popularly attributed to Weird Al. But Because I Got High, I downloaded as a Weird Al song, I think. I might be misremembering that. I don't know how old Because I Got High is. I don't know. But, no, LimeWire, I remember, like, I downloaded The Killers when you were young. You know how, like, you would download songs from LimeWire and it would be full of, like, sound effects of people's AIM or IQQ, or, like, it would be off of the radio. So, like, I downloaded When You Were Young, and I remember vividly at the end of the recording, it was Yippee! Yippee! Borealis with the 16 months. Thank you so much. I remember at the end of that song, it was just a radio DJ going, and that was The Killers with their new single When You Were Young. And I always thought it was just in the song. So when I bought the vinyl of Sam's Town, I was like, well, that's what the fuck, you know. No, but I love yeah, I don't know. Oh God, the Legend of Zelda song that everybody said was System of a Down. Was that System of a Down? Was that actually System of a Down? Did they actually sing Link, he come to town, he come to save the Princess Zelda? Was that actually System of a Down? No. No. But I remember it was listed as System of a Down on there. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. No, it's because you're too busy getting sloppy toppy from our current fucking administration. Like, dude. God, how many days until that shit gets released? Or until they come up with a new reason to not put it out? Do you watch Dexter? I did years ago. I haven't seen any of the new stuff. When do you think the time travel show will start? Very, very, very soon. Wait until there'll be a video out about it. I think you're mixing up quotes and people. I don't know. I think Putin has pictures of Trump blowing Bubba. Favorite modern meme? Oh, I love that question. Because it's always the stupid, real simple ones. My old answer to that question was boneless pizza. Let me get a boneless pizza and a 2 liter of Coke. And then the 2 liter machine's broken. We only got 1 liter. Boneless pizza. I fucking love boneless pizza. However, I feel like boneless pizza is too old to not be considered a modern meme anymore. I think salami lid. How old is salami lid? I love salami lid. How old is salami lid? Is salami lid as old? Is also super old? Okay, what about butter dog? How old's butter dog? How old's butter dog? Okay, what about get that pepper off there? I don't even want to see this anymore. Get that pepper off there. How old's get that pepper off there? These are all my favorite memes, man. Oh no, my favorite meme is no, it's not funny. I've got school. No, I'm not laughing. I've got school. Has he drawn on my face? No, I'm not laughing. I've got school. I love that one. And the other one that's which one of you doesn't know how to flush a toilet when you take a shit? Disgusting. I like that one. I like that sketch. The apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. You know, that's a good one. And then it's like, did you sleep with your teacher? That one. Notice how it's always Scottish? Butter dog isn't a Scottish meme. Boneless pizza ain't a Scottish meme. What's another? Which one's heavier? A gram of feathers or a gram of steel? That's right, a gram of steel. Look how many feathers. No, that's cheating. I don't get it. I don't get it. Water. Pure water. I love that. The face that Lemmy makes when he fills the cup of water and holds it to the camera like... Probably not, because they've completely rewritten most of the stuff. That's because steel is heavier than feathers. Purple burglar, purple. One wrong way down a one-way road. Anybody else rewatch Ozzy's last performance and cry a little bit this morning? Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, you just got me stimming right now, guys. Like, play the dono music. I don't want to because I see what it is. You seem excited, Tyler? It's not today. You thought we were just going to listen to Natasha Bedingfield. You thought we were just going to listen to the normal-ass song that everybody loves, right? A nice Y2K bop? No, it's this. Is Ceiling Ash here? Oh, okay. I'm begging you to turn the song off. The person who donated it, Ceiling Ash, know that they're to blame and that they have the power to allow us to skip. You see, here's the thing. People like, elderly people like myself. He gave permission? Where? Where? I don't see it. Yeah, okay. Skipping. Next. This one's from Audrey. So elderly people like myself, right? I don't get mad about kids having memes, and I don't understand, like, the vitriolic... Why the fuck are they saying that shit? That people, like, react to the next generation, right? It's like when people were saying Skibbity, Ohio, Riz, all that shit, and I was just like, it's not me. It's not for me. I don't care. But do you remember Chuck Norris? Do you remember Chuck Norris? Do you remember You Lost the Game? You remember that shit? Do you remember that shit? We did the same shit. We had our own shit. It's whatever, man. It's just let the kids have their shit. Chuck Tesna, yeah. Also, yeah, y'all lost the game. You're now in manual breathing mode, and your tongue is not in a comfortable position. And I lost half of the viewer count. Only 6'7" is bad? It's not. It'll die in, like, 6 months. No, it won't. It's actually been around a long time. But it's whatever. Okay, 6'7". Who cares? Who gives a shit? Let the kids have their thing. Who cares? Somebody... Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cheers. No, I listen to jungle and drum and bass and breakcore and all that stuff when I'm in the 90s room. Absolutely. I always thought Saxon Hale was inspired by Chuck Norris. I don't know about that. Memes are memes. Memes have always existed. Do you remember Dancing Baby? Remember Dancing Spider-Man GIF? Remember Hamster Dance? It's whatever. Who cares? When people do 6'7", in my head, it's like, that's the same thing as how when we were kids, when I was like 10 or 11, people would go like, your mom. to anything. Your mom, who cares? Who gives a shit? Let kids have their thing. Oh no, yeah, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, 21 was a little bit after me. 21 was a little bit after me. 21 was a little bit after my time. Well, no, it wasn't. I was in high school when 21 happened. What is 6, 7? It's literally one of those mimetic devices where there is no real meaning, and it's the fact that it's meaningless that makes it funny. It's just the mention of the words with this action that makes kids like go neuron activated. I remember that. Okay. It doesn't mean anything. It's just it's an anti-joke. What's brown and sticky? A stick. What's blue and smells like red paint? Blue paint. What did Batman say to Robin before they got in the Batmobile? Robin, get in the Batmobile. It's the same shit. It's the same. It's like E. Who cares? People getting upset about it. Like, whenever I see people be like, fucking 6, who fucking 6, 7, who gives it? It's like, who cares? Let kids have fun. It's not the same. It genuinely is. You're just older. E was hilarious, though. That means you're older now. If you think that E is different than 6, 7, you are not accepting the fact that you are getting older. Because E was, here's the thing, I'm 28. E was after my time. E was after my time. E was like 2017. I was in college. I didn't get E, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, crispy memes, me and the boys out hunting for beans. Like, who cares? It's like, okay, it's what the kids find funny. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not a kid. And if I was totally trying to be like, hey, what's up, kids? That's a problem. Yeah, it's the same thing where people were angry about Skibbity Toilet, but we all watched Gmod Idiot Box. It's this. It's just like, I don't remember the older generations when I was 11 being this vitriolically angry about the fact that the times were moving past them. It's part of getting older, and here's the fun part. You're still in the first quarter of your life, more than likely, so it's not a problem. It just means you're not a kid anymore, okay? It's fine. All right, this next song was donated by Council Cast. I don't know what the hell this is going to be. Yeah, remember MLG? Remember the weed? Like the weed leaves, and then every 10 minutes this would happen? Wow. Like, it's the same. Oh, somebody, random Val fact. Give me a random fact about Portal. Hubble's $4. That's fine. You can still be easily entertained by other things. Yeah, it's Remind Me, but like, it's crispy Remind Me. It's the Geico commercial, but crispy. Portal fact. See, I don't want to just like fall back on the same 4 Portal facts that I usually say for this. I'm making a D&B cover of Higher, and I would hope you'll listen to it next time your mic cuts out during a questionable Half-Life 2 mod. Absolutely. This is a bop. I like this. What about the signed portal guns thing I mentioned yesterday? I don't think that counts, but yeah, Audrey got a portal replica portal gun signed by the entire Portal 2 team for $1,000. Good deal. Have you done a Did You Know Gaming video? I was going to do the Half-Life one, and then at the last minute they told LGR to do it. I helped. I told them a bunch of my information thinking I'd help out on the video, and then they disappeared, and then LGR did it. I was excited to do the Half-Life one, but then they were like, nah. Have you played Brazilian Drug Dealer 3? I have. I gotta think of a Portal fact. Hold on. I'm assuming that you've seen the history of Portal, which is like my third most viewed video. Also, the original of this song that this is a remix of is also one of my favorite songs ever. Oh, the walking turret was pretty much entirely working at some point in development, but they removed it because they didn't want it to have combat in the same way Half-Life has combat. They found that having the turret be a stationary object that you need to take down as a puzzle element instead of an actual enemy like the walking turret was, it completely changed the dynamic of the game. And removing it wasn't that they couldn't get it to work or that it wasn't a functional thing at one point. They took it out because it ruined the flow of Portal. Spoo. Is that a good one? Is that a good enough one? I always feel like I didn't actually know. Sick. All right, cool. Sick. I like knowing that you're learning things. I don't like people redeeming things and you didn't know it beforehand. I see there's another one. Random fact about RPG. Okay. This one's harder because I don't actually know that much about RPG. Just a Porter, $4. No, I have not played Death Stranding. I have it. It's one of the games that I want to play. Another dyslexic. What up? Do you love spending your entire life reading words wrong? And never actually try, having real difficulty actually sounding out the words, so you just look at the shape of the word and you guess? Anybody else do that? Their entire life? Playing Pokemon. So many of the there's okay, not Pokemon, but growing up it was Rattata, Zumbat. I would pronounce the Pokemon wrong. But there was a Team Fortress 2 video I made in 2013 or 2014 where my dyslexia was so absurdly obvious and I got dunked on forever because I pronounced every single weapon incorrectly. Every single one of them I couldn't pronounce correctly because I wasn't reading it. I don't know where that video is. I don't want to see it because it's incredibly embarrassing. Okay, but a random Valve fact about the RPG. So I have a fact. And one of the main artists, I got to be careful with this. One of the main artists on that project was also one of the main artists on Team Fortress 2. Not main, but did art for TF2. And left Valve years and years and years ago. They seemingly have returned, and not for HLX. Thank you so much. And I'm not talking about Moby Frankie. I'm not talking about Moby Frankie. This has nothing to do with Moby Frankie. No, I am not talking about Moby Frankie. No, Moby Frankie is not returning to Valve, as far as I know. No, I am not talking about Moby Frankie. But I'm very curious what this person that worked on RPG returned to Valve to work on. It's not HLX. Not Moby Frankie. Oh, fucking hell. I gotta stop falling for that. Shirley RPG returning. Come on, guys. Are you really this dumb? Are you dumb? Are you this dumb? What do you think? But like as for RPG itself, it was pretty far along. It was pretty far along. I almost had gameplay footage at some point years and years ago, but it fell through, and I'm glad I didn't get it because I would have I would have made a lot of dumb decisions if I had ever gotten it. But yeah, it was fairly far along. It was a CRPG, Dota 2, universe you played as Axe, you know. What was RPG about? Yeah, it was a Dota 2 RPG, single player Dota 2 CRPG, third person, where you played as Axe. And yeah, it got canceled like everything else in that period of time. That was in the same period of time as Left 4 Dead 3 and Half-Life 3 back in 2015. This was in the wilderness. It wasn't that far. It was far enough to be at least have a okay. All right. Game follower, you know what I'm game follower would probably also know what I'm talking about. Like your new look, Tyler? Thank you so much. I'm fat. I need to work on that. I've been so busy with work, I haven't been able to... Well, you can argue what means far. Far for a Valve project. Far for a Valve project. When I like far enough that it wasn't just like 3 people working on a prototype. Like it was a legitimate in development thing for a chunk of time, right? It's not even... Do you have a standing desk? Yes, I'm standing right now. It's not even like in my top 10 things that I would want like publicly archived. Does that really mean far? No, but you know what I mean. It's not even in the top 10 of things that I would want to see archived publicly in Valve, like history and Valve development assets and stuff like that. Number one, my number one most wanted thing to ever see a public leak or release of any kind is the pre-write of Half-Life Alyx. The version of the game that was play-tested in Christmas time of 2018 that caused Valve to be like, cut the story, we got to start over. I want to see that so bad. I want to see that. That is the thing I want to see more than anything. But then other stuff I want to see, the core hub. Was Dota good or bad for Valve? Well, it was at the forefront of the wilderness. I would say bad in the short term, good in the long term. It taught them a lot. Why you stand? Because it's good for my health. What IEMs are you using? Sennheiser something. They were like $100 on Amazon. But like my number one thing I want to see is the Half-Life Alyx version from before they rewrote it, the final build. That's my dream. I want to play that before I die. And then the thing next would be the Core Hub playtests. So like whatever build they had when Portal 2 was Core Hub, you know, that they had playtesters use and try. A build of Left 4 Dead 3, I'd love to see. A build of Project Shooter, I'd love to see. And then a pre-reboot Half-Life 1, though. And I'm so close to getting that, but it's also not. Sick. A 97 build of Half-Life 1, which I know someone who has it, and it's just, they're never gonna. I started working again on getting those Half-Life discs. It's just, there's no chance. It is no chance. Brotherhood of Arms, absolutely. Like the build they brought to E3 99, absolutely. It's not Jeff. It's not Jeff. I'm not even going to try with Jeff. Jeff does have a 97 build as far as I know, but like we have 2 of the discs that Jeff had, by the way. The net test discs. Those eventually did get released, thank God. $4 from Drim. Glorp. And Councilcast, I'm sure your song's great. Submarine game never got past design phase as far as I know. Like, that was nothing. Jeff will forever hold on to those. Jeff I don't... It's like, at what point is it just you're hoarding it? It's like, do we have to wait for the 30th anniversary for you to be like, okay. Have you ever talked to Jeff? Does he hate you? I wouldn't say he hates me. He doesn't like me, I don't think. Prospero didn't get far enough to have a real build. There's development assets of Prospero, but no, I don't think Prospero got far enough along. No. Yeah, the E398 build of Team Fortress 2 I'd love to play, because it was something that people actually could play on the show floor. There's a lot of really... This might be a video, you know, my dream content. And then hopefully one day somebody's like, oh, I actually have that, and we can archive at least one of the things. You know? I'd love to see the exploration version of Old Aperture. What is the exploration version of Old Aperture? You talking about f-stop? No, yeah. Something like Prospero or a 97 build of Half-Life 1, it's on a disc in somebody's house. It's not at Valve. You're correct. I don't know how they didn't repurpose f-stop for a VR game. There were rumors that they tried. Yeah, we do have the one, you know, with those 2 screenshots of the Team Fortress 2 from 1998, where it looks like it's just, yeah. Superliminal is what f-stop wished it was. Yes, that's correct. Arcane's Ravenholm. Yeah, that's true. It's another good one. Will HLX be announced noon? No, we don't know what time they'd announce it. Wouldn't f-stop kind of break the second you add actual depth? Yes. When do you think the mural board vid will be done? This month. Junction Point Ravenholm? I don't know how far that got. I know they developed a magnet gun, but other than that. What is the difference between the 97 build of Half-Life 1 and the alpha disc we got? Completeness. Completeness. Much, much more content. The build that we have was one that they purposely sent out to press to be publicly viewed in a small way. There was significantly more random stuff, you know. Is there a mural board for the Fortress files? And there's not enough. There's a Google document, but there's not enough. Is Tyler looking at YouTube? I'm looking at both. Imagine f-stop but with eye tracking. You got to close one eye for it to work. That's interesting. Viking, 5 months Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Yo, we're 25 subs away from 1,000 subs. That's crazy. How far does Stars of Blood go? As far as I know, it had massive scope creep in a pre-production phase that, like, never ended. I mean, I've never heard of Old Aperture being like an openly explorable area outside of the linear set pieces that we had. Old Aperture was a late game addition in development. Did In the Valley of Gods get far along? I don't think so. I really don't know. I really don't know about that one. Did I miss some news about HLX? No, it's just a waiting room. No, I'm just a sensory video. They did an internal art book for In the Valley of Gods. No, yeah, they did. That was part of the pre-pro stage of it, though. The OG ending of Portal where you go... That was one of the endings. There was a whole bunch of it. There's a whole bunch of it. They didn't know how to end Portal. The Zen ending was one of them. Random random Val fact. Fact about Portal 2 beta paranoia core. Hope this one really racks your brain. So the paranoia core... This is a question for Aussie, man. I don't know anything about the paranoia core. I know about the Morgan Freeman core. Tyler, love your content. Thank you for being here. Was there ever more Half-Life mods on PS2 besides the uplink demo I got from the PlayStation magazine? No, it was only just that, but it does have functionality to allow for others. Does HLX have any kind of stealth mechanics? Unknown. Hello, Mr. Hype Merchant. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Have you gotten snow yet? No. I can't believe we're actually waiting for the next Half-Life game. It does not feel real. I know. Did Valve do the Portal port on Switch? No, that was NVIDIA. NVIDIA did that. Tyler McVicker Core, who is extremely pissed off. He was made by Aperture and not Black Mesa. Also, shit, I love Jungle. See, when people said I should listen to Jungle, I thought you were talking about the genre. You know. Did you see Jason S. getting upset with IGN for being misquoted? I didn't. It happens. It happens to me all the time. Do we know why they... do you know if they'll call it Half-Life 3? We don't know for sure. But spiritually, it is Half-Life 3. So... Gabe Deck 2, thank you so much, Senzel, for the Twitch Prime. Have I played the Sin episodes? No, I've not, but I've heard they're terrible. When I emailed Gabe that Portal 2 on Switch 2 crashed, someone from Lightspeed contacted me thanking me for the bug report, and he just forwarded it. Look up APC_test from the leak. You will be shocked. No, thank you. Are we going to get the new Raising the Bar book? When are we going to get it? I don't know. Okay, so the hacker... Okay. So Axel Gembe, the German man who actually did the leaking, is not the person who actually hacked Valve, as far as I know. Or maybe it was. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. The person who hacked Valve and the person who leaked the content are two different people. It was this thing where it was just kind of getting shared around like how stuff does nowadays. Yeah. Axel hacked, a friend leaked. Yeah. The stuff that leaked was only about 1/3 of the total stolen content. That's your magic fact, is that of the stuff that leaked, it was only about 1/3 of the total amount of content that was stolen. You know. Are there any hints that there will be some advance? He had the whole Perforce stump. That is true. It's like the GTA 6 2022 leak. That is correct. Are there hints that there'll be some advanced water sim in the game? Yes, there are. This next song was donated by Just a Porter. So only 1/3 of the leak is public. That is true. What the hell? Ow. That hurt real bad. What the hell? Got arrested, got a lesser charge due to being a minor. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, he's just out there. You can talk to Axel if you want. Have you tried doing game dev yourself? Yeah, I suck at it. There's no way people actually believe it's happening. You all been saying it's coming any day now for the last 15 years. Okay. Where did the rest of the leaked data go? It's on a hard drive sitting in a evidence warehouse in Germany. Did you try to run it when it was leaked? I was not around in the community in 2003. I was like 6. Also, yeah, the drive's probably dead at this point, yeah. Probably not. HDDs are tough. Who knows? But it's never, ever, ever, ever. That is not a possible source. It's just not. How did people get their hands on leaked hardware from a few months ago? Oh, recyclers. Yeah, you and a whole bunch of people, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. What leaked hardware? Early Steam machine, early Steam Deck. Bringus made a video about it. I helped out a little bit with that. Yeah, it was recyclers that found them and then put them up on eBay, which I don't think is wholly legal, but I don't think Valve gives a shit. What do you think Valve has? Does Gabe have any involvement with HLX's development? Well, Gabe's involvement with HLX's development is the same with Gabe's involvement with pretty much anything since the Orange Box. Like, he's just not that hands-on with things and hasn't been for nearly 20 years, 15 years. This next song was from Ambler. Sits on his yacht and punches South African sharks. Was the Citadel was Citadel the early version of Deadlock? Yes. You absolutely can if there's no lock. The Supreme Court ruled that decades ago. That's true. Yeah, dumpster diving is legal if you don't break in. That's true. Do you think Gabe Newell will hand deliver Game Cubes or Gabe frames this time? Maybe. What's your outro song these days? What, this? That song was called Subway Eat Fresh. It was made by it was made by Home. Home is an electronic artist that I was friends with at some point in the past. I've made attempts to make contact with him again, but it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. It seems like he's not interested, which is fine. You can't force people to be your friend. However, back in like 2020 or 2021, you know, back in 2020 or 2021, we were texting back and forth or whatever, DMing or whatever. And I just randomly asked, like, you know, hey, do you have any like cool, like unreleased demos that you haven't put up on anything that I could use for videos or something? And he sent me a zip with a couple of songs, and that was one of them, you know. Because I have, like, currently my home collection is my collection of home music is 1,573 unique tracks that I've collected through different SoundClouds that he had, his different Tumblrs that he posted stuff on. Like, I literally just got everything, and it took me a long time to find all that stuff. And I think he was impressed at some point about that. But yeah, he's not as active as he used to be, and I miss him a lot. But what can you do? But in case you're unaware, Home, aka Randy Goff, is the same guy that wrote What the hell? He's the same guy that wrote It Won't Play It because it's an M4A. Keel. Hold on. He's the same guy that wrote Resonance. Dum 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 dum. That, right? But and so like over the because I have like literally 1,500 songs, I put together a few bootlegs of my favorite stuff that I use in my videos, and I have his direct written permission to be able to do that. You know, so you know, all the music I use in my videos, like this, or these are just songs that he wrote probably like 15 years ago. It's all just his stuff, right? And if you want, download links to those bootlegs, which I'm allowed to share. I got his permission to do so. They're on my Discord server. But like, there's, you know, this is all him. This is just stuff I found on his SoundCloud, on his Tumblr. Some of it he sent to me personally. You know. Like, I'm just going to put all of these on, all of the ones that I normally use on a soundboard. Beep. Ga-da-dunk, ga-da-dunk, ka, 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 ka-ts. Beep. If you can't hear it, it's because you're on YouTube. Here's the speculation. This is my speculation song. Nero synth. Yo. Hell yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cheers. Come to Brazil. Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. That's their call, and I really don't know. Another absolute banger from home. Thank you so much for the 10, Neurosynth. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This song is just, oh, this song is so good. When it hits, and go. The most frustrating thing about this music, right, is that none of this was officially released in any capacity. He makes $0 on these. These are literally just songs that he threw up on his SoundCloud or his Tumblr or his whatever. He just throws up absolute, like every single song, like this one, or 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 this one. He just made and put up online, and it was just like Home hasn't put out a release that he monetized since 2016. If you can't hear him, you're on YouTube. Go to Twitch. He's always been working on that 4th album or whatever album we're on now for a very long time. By the way, this is this song, I Wish. It's another home song. It's just home. It's the Hugo Martin was my dad guy. Standard Sloshy, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Gabe Dog 007. I really should just make a video about this guy because he's insane. I love his music. And when we were friends, we got along and he was really cool. Like I'm like kicking my feet like I'm flirting, thinking about my old buddy. But like we brought him on to make music for an f-stop mod that we were working on back when I had a team. Yo, thank you. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yes. So I don't have to fund him anymore. I got funding elsewhere. You don't have to worry about that. Those are happening. The episode 3 video was meant to come out in December, but I made the executive decision to move the Miro board video into December, and then those other documentaries will be next year. But they're still going to happen, right? And it's always been meant to be those 4, right? There are 4 documentaries in some form of production right now. There's the episode 3 documentary. There's a Half-Life 3 2013 documentary. The episode 3 doc is going to be like maybe 25 minutes at this point. The 2013 episode Half-Life 3 one is only going to be like 15 minutes. And then the Miro board is going to be like an hour and a half. I outlined it. It's going to be long. And then the f-stop documentary is going to be like 2.5 hours. It's going to be the longest thing. And that video has been in some form of production for 8 years now. And we were having a discussion about it yesterday. Right now, the team that's helping me with it is Latevex, Aussie, Uncanny, and Wolf Clock. But, you know, a lot of people have helped with that over the years. So, I don't know. So, like, Latevex? I've called you Latevex for years. Would a Miro board be more or less interesting if an official announcement or trailer comes out? That's the beauty of the Miro board video. It's just as interesting regardless of where we're at. The Miro board video is interesting because when they announce the game, unless they shadow drop the game, which I don't think they're going to do, when they announce the game, it's going to be like Half-Life Alyx. We had like a 2-minute trailer and then like nothing for a month and a half. Right? It's still going to be really interesting. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, so we brought when we had Lever, which was a mess, and I was too young to be able to manage people, and we had some free speed absolutists that really wanted to say some words. It was a whole thing. Lit-Evex. We brought Randy on, and we showed Randy this f-stop mod that we were working on, like an f-stop recreation mod we were working on. And I was like, you want to make music for it? And he was like, okay. And so he made one song for it. That was made for Shutter Speed, which was our f-stop recreation that fell apart because the team was full of children. So, you know, interesting little doohickey fact about that. He also wrote John Pork's theme song. Home is like has had a hand in a lot of internet culture. Like the John Pork theme song, I've told the story so many times, but I literally when I first saw the John Pork image years ago, like 2018, 2019, like when the first John Pork image was like just kind of getting thrown around. You all know what John Pork looks like, right? I told Home, like, hey, I sent you an image. Don't look at it until you get home. But as soon as you look at it, start writing a song. And so he wrote. Right? It's whatever. It's John. It's Home. Home is the best. I miss him so much sometimes. He was a good dude. But you know, he also wrote he wrote this little tiny little. I'm about to blow some people's minds here. There was this tiny little like 4-second thing that he had up on, I think, his Tumblr that he put up like 10 years before I found it, where he's like, he wrote like a little thing that was like, I'm going to write a little 5-second melody that's like for a hypothetical fake 90s Windows operating system. So it's like his version of the Windows 95 sound. One more time. It's always just been him. It's always just been him. This is 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 him. And it all comes from the same mind. You should send some money his way. He refuses to take any. I've tried numerous times in the past. It comes from the same mind that wrote this. This is him. This is his. This is the same guy that did I'll just start playing ones you'll definitely recognize. I've done this joke so many times. Super Mario World is one of the most popular games to play on the Super Nintendo, and many have always claimed that it is one of the longest games to run in the mainline 2D Mario series. That was until Super Salt Shaker 69 found the Bringle skip. Using an empty can of Pringles propped up on the top of an old Super Nintendo console, Bringle was able to skip the entire introductory segment of Super Mario World. Right? That's another one of his. What's another one you might know? Oh! Some stuff that you probably didn't even realize was a meme in the first place. That's him. That's also him. I'm not, like, that's also him. Oh, God, what else did he do? There's some stuff that's just, like, this is him. I don't know if you'll recognize it, but... Yo, $4. Thank you so much. All right. Ooh, stinky. So that's Home. And then there's my favorite Home track that was released. What is it called? Is it? No. I'll just check my... It's just the fact that I was able to be in his sphere for the short period of time that I was is like being like a guy in 1962 and being like, yeah, you know, I live next to Paul McCartney, you know. You know, we talked about how he wrote When I'm 64. It's like fucking wild. Let me see. There's this one track that I love. Oh, yeah. Such like do you ever get frustrated because it's like how are you this talented? I missed the button press. That's another one of his. I know we're completely off topic and we're bleeding viewers, but I just want to talk about how much I love this man's work. Tier 1 from Awman. I saw somebody said if it doesn't release this week, I'm blaming you. Okay, what are you going to do? It might not release this week. What are you going to do? You want my address so you can kill me? You want to commit murder? Is that what you want to do? What are you going to do? What are you going... Like, okay. Yes. Cool, man. Cool. It's probably not releasing this week, dude. Like, it's not, you know. Oh, selective hearing of some people. Tyler, you said it would release in November. No, I didn't. All right. What are some other good ones that are his that you might freak out about? I don't know. There's a lot. There's this. This isn't Home. This is taking Resonance and remixing it. Drew Robinson, thank you so much. Been the good stuff. Been watching for years. Thanks for always making good stuff. And here's the Half-Life 3. Much love. Thank you so much. Thoughts of Boards of Canada? They're pretty good. All right. Is there anything else that's interesting to show about Randy before we get back on track? What's another song you might recognize from him? I don't know if this one is one you'll recognize, but it's... Oh. Oh, I forgot about this one. What's your reaction to Hopium Machine and the Half-Life community all in a tizzy over the rumors? What's my reaction to it? That's my reaction to it. Yo, what up? Shaloon24. He's made 3 different versions of Residence too, because people keep asking him to make a new Residence, and it's like, what does that mean? I sent an info request. You did? Oh, yes, you did. Fact about Alex's multi-tool. I have nothing about that one, man. It's got multiple functions. It's a voice recorder is what it's based on. It's called the HLX. It's a tool that Alex built that has multiple functions, so she calls it a multi-tool. Yeah, it's a little bit of derivative of the Russells, but I genuinely, like, I don't know very much about the development of the multi-tool. That's pretty funny. Thank you, Tyler McVicker. Your streams keep me in a positive mood during my stay at the hospital. Cheers from Poland. I hope you get better. Thank you for being here. All right, so do a Russell impression. I can't. Want to thank the person who gifted a sub. Yes. Could we hear the f-stop track again? Sure. Yo, what up? Not your dad. I genuinely just bought one. I just bought one. I bought one literally yesterday. It's on its way. It's a mod. Oh, yeah, it's not from f-stop. Did you think it was f-stop? Yeah, I don't think it is a cable issue, but we bought a new cable. We'll see what happens. Check out from home, track 12 of Resting State. I find it fun. I remember when Resting State came out. Yo! I don't know how to pronounce your name. That one. Thank you so much! Thank you so much! So nice of you to do. Appreciate it. All right, what track from Resting State did you want? 12? Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Bop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, bop, 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 boop. Boo-da-doo, boop. Boo-da-doo, boop, boop, ba-doo, 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 boop, boop. Bop, bop. Bop, 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 boop, 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 boop. Boop-a-doo, boop. Boo-doo, ba-doo-doo-doo. Boop, 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 bop, bop. Bop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, bop, 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 bop. Mark Doodad. Holy shit. We got the Mark Doodad? Are you the inventor of the Doodad? Is your family the inventor of the Doodad? 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 John, we got Mark Doodad? Shit. Tadius 2907, $4. And we also had Prime Hub. Hi, Tyler. Hope you're doing good. Just woke up from a big-ass nap. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Heir to the Doodad fortune. Rival to the Thingamajig family. The Doodad family and the Thingamajig family live in opposite sides of a street in separate estates. And they're two old men that just stand there with a cane looking angry at the other side. What about doohickeys? We don't talk about doohickeys. Doohickeys are going to make some robots that are going to take over both of their companies eventually. The whatchamacallit family, they're European. The whatchamacallits are European. They're not part of this. What about the Gadget family? Oh, everyone's a descendant of the Gadget family. Happy to hear you like Viagra Boys. Hell yeah. My favorite Viagra Boys song is Troglodyte, followed by Sports. Followed by Ain't No Thief. Hi, Tyler and all from Purple Titbish. I don't know how to say your name, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, this next song was donated by Councilcast, and it's Council's own song, so we're going to crank it. This is a song that Council in chat actually made themselves. How dare you? This is so excruciatingly awkward. That's fine. On YouTube? Oh, for sure. I think we're 2 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Just 2. Unless it hasn't caught up yet. Yeah, we're 2 away. If there's no announcement by the 13th or so, is there reason to be concerned? Concerned? No. And now we've passed 1,000 because now Ham Watto just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the channel, and then Maxi Falcon 1 just did Twitch Prime. We're over 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Concerned about what? Like, concerned that the game, like, if the game ever is canceled, one Overboard, thank you so much for the tier 1. If the game's ever canceled, you'll hear about it almost immediately. Like, I've said this multiple times. If the game is ever actually shelved, we will hear about it almost immediately. Icy Diamond with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Icy Diamond. Oh, somebody donated money. $4 from Lint. Now that I know that you're going to read this out loud, I drew a penis on the underside of your passenger side view mirror. You see, you're not supposed to tell me where the penis is, because now I can remove the penis. So how are we doing? I've tried everything I can think of. What do you mean? If it doesn't get announced in 2025, it doesn't get announced in 2025. Honest question, and this is a genuine question. I know a lot of people are going to performatively act stupid about it, but genuine question. If it doesn't get announced in 2025, do you think it's going to, like, do you mean that means it's not out? Do you think that's like, it just means it's not announced. It just means it's not announced in 2025. We're still waiting for it. We'll be in the same position we're in now. And if you try and, like, hunt me down or anything... Okay, guys. Yo. What's your name? Dove Strider with the three months on Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Tad Norman, $4. Hell yeah. So am I. Yep, absolutely. And that's very much a possibility, which I've been saying this whole time. Time only moves forward, even if it feels longer away. It's still every day you're getting closer to the announcement. Every day you're getting closer to the announcement. Rel with the tier 1. Thank you so much. Every day you're getting closer to the announcement. Do you think Oddity will be released in winter of 2014? Yeah, I think it will. You'll get the Miro board video, and I think that'll make a lot of people, like, chill the fuck out. And those that aren't going to chill out, I mean, go ahead, man. Try and get yourself arrested. Thoughts on Yakuza 0 being delisted? I don't really have much in terms of thoughts on that. Is it because of the director's cut? What's your 12 favorite SFMs in ascending order with examples? No. The plans for a 2025 reveal haven't changed, right? The fact, like, we have no information to be able to contradict that plan, but also that plan may have changed at some point during the year, because the source of the it's coming out in 2025 thing is from earlier in the year. So things could have changed. Council Cast. Hey, I was on my phone while you guys were listening to my song. Did you guys like it? Yeah, we did. It was very good. When you say we'll immediately know if a game gets canceled, how exactly would you know about it? Well, it might not be me that you hear about it from, but if it gets shelved, if it gets canceled, I think Valve would riot. Yeah, people will be told immediately. People will get really upset and be like, what? And then go and tell somebody. It's not getting canceled. It's way too far along. Would it be the third time it got canceled? Yes. Never say never. That's true, but at the same time, nearly 6 years in development, this one. At least. Hey, Tyler, how's it going? It's going good. How are you doing? Are you leaning towards it getting announced at the Game Awards or randomly? I'm leaning towards it getting announced randomly and not at the Game Awards. However, I don't know when that would be. It's funny. I could totally see Valve looking at, like, all of this community hype and attention and stuff and being like, you know, we could do the funniest thing ever, right? This song was donated by Grants112. What are your thoughts on Metroid Prime 4 so far? I haven't played it. Is it out already? Valve has been notoriously blind to community hype for 8. They're not blind to it. They're just very good at ignoring it. But I would find it very funny if everybody's like, if we don't do it this year, if we push it to 2026, all of these insiders are going to be discredited. And then why YouTube chat not on your display? Terms of service stuff. Beast Sugar Productions, thank you so much for the $4. Appreciate it. You think all the Valve devs working aren't looking at Twitter? Yeah, they are. Some are. There are some that watch this stream. All right? Thanks for all your coverage. Oh, it'll probably read it. Yeah. As in this stream right now? I don't know about that. But they have in the past. How long do you plan to stream today? Until I'm tired. It's very, very, very clear that the plan was to announce it in 2025. We don't know if they're able to stick to that plan because it's Valve time. Who knows? But if you like Shapiro's dumbass tweet and the raising the bar reprint being, like it was, yeah. And I think the most damning evidence of like stuff is getting close, in my opinion, is that they were really careful when they had people in their offices this last time for the hardware. They were so careful. Obviously, some people have they were given more leeway, like Steve from Gamers Nexus or Linus. But like the random reporters from like IGN and the different places that went there were armed guards. They had to be escorted from the rooms. There were fucking security guards like lining the hallways. They were not fucking around. What were they hiding? The Deadlock update content? It's like, okay, so it doesn't get announced in 2025. Okay, so what are you going to do then? You're going to think the game's canceled? Or are we just going to wait until Q1 2026 when everybody's back from the break? It's whatever, man. I mean, the ending of HLA was the announcement of HLX. That's correct. Oh, how the tables have turned from these days or these weeks to probably not 2025. I guess kind of, we really don't, it's not like confirmed to not be happening this year. It's just, I'm trying to make sure people temper expectations a bit. Yeah, suddenly the entire chat is dying in a month and the announcement out of the box, but sometimes, and suddenly the announcement's the only thing that'll save them from terminal illness, yeah. But the the ending of episode 2 was the announcement of episode 3. That's true. And then they waited 13 years to release Half-Life Alyx. And so, and they knew what they did and the mistakes that they made, and then they still went ahead with what they did in Half-Life Alyx. Favorite Coldplay song? We Never Change or See You Soon. Or I Ran Away. It could look bad on Mike Shapiro too if they don't release it this year. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. And they did start making episode 3. They started making episode 3 in 2005. They shelved it because they were tired. They felt like they weren't pushing the medium forward enough, and they just didn't. They were burnt out on Half-Life. Yeah, the New Year's tweet, yes. Why would they want to make the G-Man look bad? It's a great, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, if they need to, they need to, and it's whatever. Least favorite Coldplay song? Something just like this. Oh, no, X Marks the Spot. Imagine the world where they didn't go down an episodic road. Well, you wouldn't have Team Fortress 2. Or Portal. Fluffy Bumface 84 with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Yeah, we don't know when it's going to get announced. We don't have a date. We just have vibes and rumors and shit. If it is to be announced in 2025, if that happens to be the truth, which we don't have confirmation on, this week makes the most sense. But it's funny because even from my perspective, it's like, yeah, but it doesn't feel real. Like I'm always going to be like, you know, like I could have somebody literally be like here's all this, and I could still be like that. What is that, Half-Life? Come on. Why does this week make the most sense? Vibes. Game Awards is December 11th. That's true. Do you think we would have gotten a date if you had that old Discord account? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. From what you've seen, when do you think the innovation that'll push HLX on the industry, or do you think it's being done giving people a conclusion? It's both. It's both. It's absolutely both. I hope we get that account back. Yeah, me too. We won't, but me too. Explain the old Discord account. A bug in two-factor authentication when I was changing my passwords for security purposes, which I do every 6 months, locked me out of my old Discord account. Yeah, Beastmaster it does. 35 months. Thank you so much, Beastmaster. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was locked out of my old Discord because of multi-factor authentication bugging out. And the attempts to be able to get back into it have done nothing but fail. And that is the account that I had for many years and is the account that I, talked to people through in some cases. So what can you do? All right, this next song was donated by Tadius2907. How do you generally discern whether someone is trying to troll you or actually has real information? Well, the secret to that is you assume everyone is trolling you all of the time. And you kind of have to put a lot of stuff through a lot of paces before you even consider taking a person seriously. The biggest thing that you do with that is by effectively allowing possible scoops to go by just for the purpose of allowing it to possibly be verified through the, the public eye. So like, if somebody tries to come with me with some information, even if it turns out that that information is true, if we've never worked together before, you're not going to get quoted. I hold on to a thing, and I wait. If it ends up happening, okay. I think we passed the point of let's cancel HLX. It's only a matter of when. I agree. Tell that to the person who are jokingly threatening my life over a game announcement. Do you have any idea about the strange Source 2 app ID XPaw was talking about? No, I do not. I haven't spoken to XPaw, Nobody would let you know, even if, let's say, they plan to reveal it another... Yeah, I mean, they would. Some might. But, I mean, who knows? I wish I saw your reaction to playing Doom on the Discord GIF. My reaction was... And then I stopped. What if Valve announces something super minor to throw everyone off? That'd be funny. Do you think Valve would move to make another third game? Maybe. Since when TF Project is a thing? Since we learned about it in May. We don't know exactly when it started development. Some think the beginning of this year, some think 2 years ago. I just put up a video about this. Have you seen that there's a card game inside a Deadlock that hasn't been set up yet? Is that true? Has there been any new information at all since HLX Files 16? You see, yes and no. Unfortunately, how do I put this? Unfortunately, the way that this shit works is because there's so much, I'm going to call performative delusion and memeing and all this kind of like crazy nonsense from people. None of any new information that can be gleaned or told or discussed can be taken seriously at all. Anything that anybody says about anything, ever since the hardware announcement, can't be taken seriously, because the whole time you're going to be looking at it and being like, okay, well, I mean, I could like work hard to try and verify this and like really work some sources. But at the same time, this is almost certainly like 99% certain that this is just somebody fucking around because this is now a meme that's hit kind of a mainstream point. And so like, yeah, there's been a lot of news, but I don't believe a single bit of it, right? Which is why right now I'm like, look, we don't know. It could get announced in 2026. We don't know. It could get announced in 2026. We don't know. It could get announced in 2026. We don't know. It could get announced in 2026. We don't know. So, and Mike Straw isn't a source. Mike Straw has sources of their own. And are his sources truthful? Maybe. I didn't get to talk to him. So, why wouldn't people have the same sources as you? That's a great question. You never actually know. You don't actually know. You only know who you know. And you in order to protect the identity of individuals that are like willing to be stupid enough to just like talk to a YouTuber, which is kind of like journalism 101. Like, you always protect your sources. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really work with sources in the same way I used to. They're not as important to me as they used to be, because I've learned two things. Number one, it doesn't actually fucking matter if you have a source or not. If all you do is just data mine strings and speculation, it's just as fine, just as good. Who cares? And sources, to an extent, can actually harm a project, depending on the kinds of things that they talk about, right? Which is why the few times I've had potential sources come to me and want to discuss story beats or genuine spoilers, I'm like, no thanks. I have nothing to do with it. Even if it turns out that those people may have been true in the first place, right? If it's announced in 2026, would they push it to be released in the same year? I mean, yeah. That seems to be the goal. I'm low on hope. That's fine. The lower your expectations are at the time of announcement, the better you're going to feel when the announcement takes place. If that makes sense. This is the same shit that happened for Half-Life Alyx, and I find it very funny how people just completely forget. But, you know. We had, through the entire of the month of October and through most of November, the whole community was just like, just so you know, Tyler, I'm gonna fucking kill you if it doesn't get announced. And then it gets announced and people are like, I always believed in him. I always believed in him. And then a year passes and they're like, I never fucking believed him. He's an asshole and he doesn't know anything. It's like, okay. Okay. You can't win? No, the way that you win, you can win. The way that you win is to not care anymore. The way you win is just to be like, okay, cool. All right. I'm coming. Help. What do you need help for? Why do you need to let us know? A wise vampire said, this shit ain't nothing to me, man. No, I know. No, it's crazy because, like, I was tested this year. Like, I went through one of the craziest periods, like, one of the worst, like, scary periods of my career. And it's still ongoing, so I can't discuss specifics, but I genuinely was, you know, things got a little scary. But going through it was very educational and in the end was very beneficial to me because it served as a good education for dealing with the worst of the worst. You know? Cat Donkey 5. I'll give this guy one. I'll give this one guy consent to give me a kiss. See, I have this tick that I do where I pick at the skin on my lips. And, yeah. L jawline, Tyler? Ah, damn. You got me. How big of a possibility of people overreacting now and would be kind of disappointment at the announcement? Oh, okay. So you're asking the announcement happens. Hypothetically, how likely is it that people are going to react poorly to it, even if it is real? That's, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd say very high. Yeah. That's an interesting question. Will people be like, oh, that's it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, the hype is more subdued right now, which is actually better for everybody. You feeling anxious right now? No, anxious isn't the right word. It's I've been standing here on my feet for 3 hours and I'm getting tired and I've been up since 4:30 in the morning. Like I make myself get up at 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning every day so that I can remain productive and stuff. And I try to stand as much as I can while working for health. But I am starting to get very tired. Yo, what up, Tadius? 2907, $4. Oh, sorry, I missed this. Cheer 100. When HLX will mainly play in Zen, I will be pissed. I'd be pissed if HLX was mostly in Zen as well. Do you still have your old outro, the high five credits thing? Yes, I do. See if I can find it real quick. Tyler, you can even lay on a couch. We wouldn't mind either. That's okay. I'm standing for my health. Would you rather it be announced this week or at the Game Awards? I would rather it be announced this week. I would rather, like, if I could choose, I would rather it be announced this week. Yeah. A Game Awards announcement would be pretty hype. Yeah. Does Jeff have enough clout to get the HLX blessing from Valve? I don't know. Yep, that's that. I'm certain it won't be a TGA yet. I'm still going to watch it live. Yeah, we're going to stream it live, and we're going to have a title like, it's not going to be here. It's not going to be here. And the whole time, people are still going to just be throwing the tomato emojis the whole time. This one's from Beeschurger Productions. What is this Neil Cicierega stuff? This isn't Neil. $9.99. Tyler, I'll still rewatch your reaction to the ending of Alex so I can feel something. It's proof enough that Half-Life 3 is alive. Yeah. Sure. I mean, you can go check the mural board, but this is goober music. This is music for goobers. I agree. This is the kind of stuff that gets mislabeled as Neil on LimeWire. That's so true. Tadius donated this one. How do you think they'll announce it? Just a tweet or directly a trailer? Probably just a trailer will just drop. I think a trailer will just drop. Yeah. Remember when LimeWire would give you the Weird Al parody? Yep. So Half-Life 3 this month, that's the rumor, but the rumor might be inaccurate. That's the 2025 announcement is the rumor, but the rumor may be inaccurate. Things might have changed. If it isn't happening in 2025, I would absolutely adore being told. So I could just be like, okay, okay. We'll see you next year. I would adore being told. Council Cast with the 4. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is your wife a big movie fan? Oh, yeah. The hell's Fencer? Oh, some deadlock leaks. Damn. Cool. Does she have a public letterbox? No. Electra's favorite movies are Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Johnny Depp's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Those are the big three. Those are her favorite three. 99 cents from 8-Bit Brento. Thanks so much. My favorite movies are Back to the Future, Django Unchained, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Ocean's 11. This next song was donated by Council Cast. I'd be fine with a late 26 release. Yeah. Yep. That, I mean, but who knows? It's Valve. You should be hearing music now. Who's your preferred shipping partner? I hate them all equally. Is Valve still on break today? No. HL3 and GTA 6 at the same time? Why is Tim Sweeney so good at making Valve look good? I don't have an answer for that. Would you rather they announce? Why would you rather they announce it now over TGAs? Just because it's sooner? I want it over with. Oh yeah. No, I want this over with. Absolutely. Right. Because, you know, it's not like I'm afraid for my safety. I'm just really don't want to be hassled by the crazies of the craziest of the crazies, you know. Because, you know. Would you rather do an April Fool's video where you have to impersonate Tim Robinson the whole time, or Tim Robinson impersonates you the whole time? Tim Robinson trying to impersonate me would be like, I have said this whole time that Half-Life is we don't have, I heard that at a dinner. I was just like, you can't take that from me. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for it at all. People are misquoting me in the press, and I don't like it. What is this? Mike Shapiro doesn't want hunted by Chris Griffin lookalikes for the rest of his life. The adult take is Half-Life 3 this year, right? What the hell? Okay, so Tim Robinson is like, yeah, I don't know. I don't care. You want it to be like that. I don't know. I don't know if you want it, but you're supposed to want it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care about it. I don't care about it at all. They told me that at a dinner. That's, he like goes like that. Because his speaking voice is kind of like he goes all over the place. Your camera's shaking so much from that. Ow, god damn, what the fuck? Is there any more info to be seen from the Perforce Graph of Dreams? Can you beatbox for us? All right, this was from Bees Churgers. Bees Churg. Oh god. Where is this gonna go? Yo. I don't know. It's hip to be square and closer by 9 Inch Nails, but like Neil literally did that better. What's this? What's the one that Neil? Yeah, it's this. That was good? Okay, well this is... I was a whole phrase before. And what? So sick. So that's how it sounds like when it's done well. It's like they don't even try to meld the two into each other. It's just like, here's the instrumental, and then it's just sitting on top of it. Have I heard the rap song that Richter Overtime and Rat Lobber made about? Yes, I have. Will Gen Z writers ruin the legacy of Half-Life? No. No. Council cast, here's your favorite. HLX woke mind virus. What's the funniest possible thing that gaming industry Valve could do right now? Release Half-Life 3 for free. Like, make it free. Just make it free. That'd be the funniest thing they could do. I guess another funny thing that they could do is, like, wait for a date that, like, some shitty AAA game is being really heavily pushed, like Black Ops 7 or something, and just, like, shadow drop it that day. Just, like, completely trounce some AAA dog shit. Black Ops 7's already out. I know. I'm saying, like, it would be funny to, like, just trounce over it and, like, completely make it, like, no one's talking about it. Thoughts on the current RAM prices? That's what I think. That's what I think about it. What do you think about the song they made about? I mean, it's fine, I guess. Tim Robinson slowly taking over Tyler. This next song was donated by DCGM25. Is it out yet? No. Bro thinks he's slick. I do. I'm dry. Is it? When I watched you for the first time, I thought your name was Tyler McQuickley. Tyler McQuickie? Tyler McQuickie? I mean, hey, I'll take it. Has Valve ever announced something in December? I don't know. I think so. Tyler McTweaker is his latest username. Oh, you got me so good, dude. Are there no rumblings about a potential announcement this week? Not really. Thank you for the 4. Would there be rumblings? I don't know. I have no idea. Yo, Kimbo is bored. Thanks so much. Did you watch the new Stranger Things? I've never actually seen Stranger Things. I don't really have much interest in it. I'm watching you 10 years. This is crazy. Hell yeah. You love to see it. Your room gives off Stranger Thing vibes? Cool. I don't know what that means. Is it because of the vintage looking Christmas lights? Well, I know that it's nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. Like, it's not doing anything interesting with the time period. What do you think? What do you think about Hightail? I haven't seen a whole lot about it, but what I've seen looks really interesting, and I'll play it when it comes out. What brands did you go with the lights? Whatever Menards brand is. Have I ever been to Japan? No. If the beta leaked, would you play HLX after release? Are there any discarded mobs from Half-Life 2 that you think should return in Half-Life 3? I would love to see it. I'd love to see the cremator return. Hound eyes and antlions are the same thing. Were there actually security guards during Linus's Tech Tips visit to Valve? As far as I know, Linus and Steve didn't have them, but the IGN people and the people who work for the big companies who aren't really known in their own way, yes. But I think that the more trustworthy individuals that are like personalities of their own, I don't think they expected like Steve from Gamers Nexus or Linus to leak anything. But like random reporters from IGN or whatever. Why security guard? What can those journalists do? Sneak into a room they're not supposed to be in? Sneak into a room they're not supposed to be in? Can't say IGN without ignorant. You got that backwards, man. All right. I think I'm going to call it here. It's first time in the waiting room. Does this mean the HLX Files episode is being released, or are we just chilling? Oh, we're just a sensory video for people with crowbar autism. You know, we don't know when it's coming out. We don't know when it's getting announced, but we know it's getting close. It could be within the next 2 weeks. It could be early 2026. We don't know. So we're just kind of chilling out while, you know, we just wait for shit to happen. Stream tomorrow? Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be streaming every day this week. Because if it does end up happening in 2025, this is the week that makes the most sense for it to do so. This is the week that people seem to be pointing towards the most, so. All right, well, I appreciate that. Drink water from Sway Bread. Anywho. Peace and air grace, everybody. Love you guys. Talk to y'all next time. I will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Adios.